Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. This is the basics to buying silver. Everything that I've learned over the last 7 years stacking silver, my experience, and also some tips and tricks to hopefully by the end of this video make you a better, more prepared stacker, especially as a beginner. When it comes to stacking silver, I know in the beginning how addicting it can be, overspending, not really budgeting your money, and that can be extremely dangerous as well as making some bad purchases. So I'm going to be going over the best types of silver to stack as a beginner, also the best places to buy, and also some other things to think about that maybe you've not thought about yet. So the first thing I want to mention is when it comes to buying, you need to figure out what type of stacker you're going to be. Are you going to be a quick flipper? Are you going to be a long-term stacker? Are you going to diversify into a little bit of both? Are you going to be just a coin collector? Or are you going to be someone who's on the ETF side of it, the exchange traded funds digital side of it, more like stock market trading? All of these things, all these different categories will highly reflect and affect the way, the types of silver, and also when you're selling as well, which we'll talk about later into the video. So, first and foremost, if you're going to be a quick flipper, this means that you're not really stacking silver for its metal content. You're more about the coins, the types of coins, the rarity of the coins, the low mintage number coins. You're paying higher premiums, which means the amount of money it is over spot price. So a lot of times you might be spending 15, 30, $40 over spot, which means that's a 60, 70, $80 coin. But when you go to flip it or sell it, you might be making $150 profit on top of it. So it really does matter weighing out the pros and cons, and everyone has different exit strategies. Everyone has different financial situations, different resources, different buying time frames, different selling time frames. So this is highly going to reflect your strategy. It's individual. It's very individual. And that's what I like about silver stacking is you can stack the way you like and there's no wrong way to do it. No one can tell you how to stack your silver because maybe you have a different financial situation than I do. Maybe you already have more silver accumulated than I do. Maybe I have more than you do. And this is going to affect the types of silver that we should be buying, balancing our stack at the moment. And I use this word balance because diversification is probably the safest way to go since you can reap the benefits and rewards of both sides of the fence. Now, when it comes to quick flipping, it can be extremely risky. You can lose a lot of these profits from these coins, but it also does have the benefits of gaining a lot of profit over time or quicker than you would over time compared to silver stacking for the long term. Now, long-term stacking is more of the bullion type of coins. Bullion is your standard, closest to spot types of silver, your American Eagles, maybe some generic silver, your bars, stuff like that. Constitutional silver could even fit under that category. Now, that's the silver you're going to be buying just for the metal content. You're not going to be looking for premiums. It doesn't matter if they're dinged up or scratched. It doesn't matter how rare they are. The only thing is, like, different from the high premium quick flipper is this silver is pegged to spot price. So if spot price stays the same for the next 10 years, when you go to sell your silver in 10 years, you're still going to have to sell it for whatever spot price is. Whereas the quick flipper, he or she will be able to sell this coin for maybe $150, $200 more than spot prices. So depending on which category you choose will depend on if you're protected from spot price or not. So that's why diversification might be the best answer. Now, another thing to think about is before you're going to be even buying your coins, think about which types of silver you're going to be buying. If you're going to be buying maybe some pandas, some kookaburras, you might want to buy from somewhere like Atmex. But maybe if you're going to be buying some poured bars, you would be going to Jaeger's poured silver. Or maybe if you want to buy some American Eagles, you'll go to your local coin shop. So each types of silver has different places to buy for the best prices. It's not like Walmart where like Atmex has the best prices for your poured silver, your constitutional silver, and your slabbed coins. Every place has different prices and it differentiates between the different types of silver. So before you even buy, think about which types of silver you want to buy during this order, and this will depend on which types of coins or where you'll be buying your silver from. Now, let's talk about eBay, because yes, eBay could quote unquote be the Walmart for silver, because there's so many different types of coins on there and so many different options, so much there's so much diversity on there. But there's also a lot of fake silver on there. You have to be careful with that. When you're buying from somewhere like APMEX, you might have to pay a premium for the name, but that also guarantees that your silver is real and that it's coming in the condition that you wish. And if it's not, then you can return it, get your money back, or get another coin resent that's under your satisfaction. Now that can become very handy, and if you're not really worried about something like that, you probably should be. I've had many instances where coins from APMEX have came scratched, or especially if it's an MS70 coin, which means it's in perfect condition. If there's a scratch or a ding on it and you try to go resell that coin in the future, you will not be getting the same premium back. You'll probably have to sell it for around spot price, especially if you go to your local coin shop. And that's something that I would hate to see, because sometimes we're paying $100+ for these coins. Now, there's another tricky market technique that I want to talk about, and this is selling. But not only just selling, but also where you're going to sell to. Where are you going to sell to? Do you have a game plan when it comes to selling your stack? A lot of people don't think about selling. It's so easy to just buy, go to AppMex, go to eBay, go to Modern Coin Mart and just buy it all, but what happens when it's time to sell? You're stuck with all this silver. You almost have to think of it like a business. You're building your own business. And the more prepared you are, the better you're going to be able to liquefy your stack, sell it, figure out which coins are going to be sold where, and everything under the sun. I mean, think about this. If you have a whole bunch of pandas and you're collecting all these coins that, you really want, that you've been stacking for over the years, for several years, and you have no game plan on where to send these coins to or how you're going to liquefy them, you might be stuck selling them to your local coin shop for spot price, which means you're literally not making any money. It's the same thing as selling an American Eagle. And pandas are much more expensive than American Eagles are. So these are the coins you want to be selling on eBay. You have to sell this type of silver different places than you would be selling your American Eagles. And this goes with poured bars as well, or slabbed coins. Sometimes the best option might be reselling to APMEX because they have a buyback price, but that obviously entitles you have to also pay for shipping and you have to wait to get your money. eBay, you have to pay the PayPal fees, the eBay fees, and have to make a listing for each one of these coins, take 5 to 6 pictures per listing, respond to all the customers, have to deal with people that's trying to say that their coin isn't in the condition, trying to scam you, and it can be a full-time job. So you really want to think about that. Sometimes the best option is just to buy bullion, so you can go to your local coin shop, sell it right there, you get the cash in hand, you know that you're guaranteed the money, and you don't have to worry about all the extra time and effort it would be to making an eBay page, having to build a reputation so people also know that your silver is real, because that's another thing. Imagine you just make an eBay page out of the blue, list all this silver. Would you buy from some random eBay seller that has no buyer ratings, that has all this silver? You would assume it's fake, right? So you have to start building a reputation as well, and that's something that could definitely hurt you in the end if you're not doing it sooner than later. This is stuff you have to be prepared for, and a lot of people aren't. So right now, maybe the best thing would be to have an emergency exit, emergency stash, which coins are going to be selling first, where you're going to be selling these coins to, and if you are going to be going the eBay route, if you do have some higher premium stuff, maybe you would be, starting to sell little by little some coins here and there. This would easily be able to build a reputation especially over the next, if you're not planning on selling anytime soon, over the next 5-10 years, you could build a nice reputation. So any coin you list on there, you have a platform where people are that feel comfortable to buy from you. And think about this as well. If you are going to be building this as a quote-unquote business, which is the best way to go about it, the best perspective, you want to have a diverse supply. It's like going to Walmart. You don't want to just go to Walmart for one thing. It's because they have lots of different types of stuff. So maybe having a diverse supply will also attract more people to your company. If you have American Eagles, if you have kookaburras, if you have maple leafs, if you have slabbed coins, poured silver, that also might be a better business model to be able to attract people in. If you only have American Eagles, you're only attracting one type of person, one type of customer, and that's people that are only willing to buy American Eagles. So if you do have lots of different types, you'll be getting the stackers, the poured stackers, you'll be getting the hardcore long-term stackers in, you'll be getting the quick flippers coming to your business, and this will also help you sell this stuff as well. It's just some stuff to think about. So when it comes to buying, I definitely recommend figuring out which types of coins you're buying, and this will determine on where you're buying from. Think about the different types of stackers or the different situations you want to be in, because this will reflect on what type of stacker you want to be, whether it's your exit strategy, your buying time frame, and also when it comes to selling, be careful. Think about your business model, and I word that in a way so you can reflect upon your stack as a serious, because I would hate to see someone spend all this time, money, and energy stacking silver, and then when it goes to sell, they sell themselves short, and they did all of it for nothing. I would hate to see that. So I really do try to think of it as a business model. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. I hope you guys have a better sense of buying and selling now, and hopefully this video has taught you something, or maybe just shared a perspective you haven't thought about before. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.